takeoff runway 07.
Good morning. We are
cleared for takeoff runway 07527
Sydney,
BC 123.
Australia. And I'm going to click this over, ready to fly. We're not going to have a night flight. We are going to get some daylight going here. Whoops, did the wrong one. Gotta get the weather up to change the time. That's where my little weather meter is here. And get the sun up for us. And we are ready to go. Here it goes. We are in the Icon A5, which they were building in California, but this is a light sport aircraft, so you don't need an actual pilot's license. Limited number of hours to a lower number of hours to fly it. And so with the landing gear, and the wings fold back, so it's amphibian. And we'll bring the power back a little bit. So we're going to go over here where you can see that they've spotted some interesting points of interest around Sydney Harbor, downtown Sydney, I presume. I've never been there. So we'll head directly over there. And we'll take a look back at the airport, other parts of Sydney. This little airplane, they're having their issues. They thought it became public probably 10 years ago, and they talked about having this available for $140,000. Well, it's up around 400,000 is where it is. And you could buy a stripped down version, but they're not making that version. So if you have a deposit down, you're going to wait another year. And I don't know specifically about these things, but I've heard some things. Some may be true, some may be not true. But it's a slick little airplane, and it's just for pleasure flying. It's not really a cross-country airplane. The wings fold back. You could put it on a trailer. You could put it, if you have harsh winters, you could fold it up, put it in the garage or storage for the winter. Don't need a hanger, and that will disappear. What I'm looking at now. Anyway, that's enough about the Icon, but it's a slick airplane. Look at this right over here. This is some kind of a memorial. Who knows? But then you got the cricket stadium here, Sydney Cricket, and you got the football stadium, which is, of course, their idea of football is soccer and rugby, not what we play. They call rugby, but soccer is the football. So we'll get down here where we can see some
527 BC 123, leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
Okay.
Sydney Tower 527 BC 123 frequency change.
So we'll go past the Opera House first, and then there's this little thing that I have trouble pronouncing. Woollooloo Bay, and I don't know where you accent it. And what this little pier is, what they have stored in there. But this has all been handcrafted. Oh, look at that's a dry dock there. Look at that. Wow. So they got some dry docks. So that looks like an aircraft carrier, which it is. and then we'll come on by the Opera House, and then this bridge. I forget what the name of the bridge is. Sydney Harbor Bridge. And then there's something else right there, Luna Park. And I was just came from trying to make this. The other day I was able to fly under the bridges, but this time it blacked out, so I was not able to fly under the bridges. So then we're going to come around here, and when we scroll this around, it will say Sydney Observatory right in there. And I don't know what this office building name is. What is that? That's the one Barangaroo. Whatever that might mean. So then we're going to slip right past there. They would probably take whatever license I might have. So that's the airport we just took off from. So we fly around the buildings a little bit. What was that out there? Arkstown. I don't know what that is. So here we got another bridge out here. Got some pretty bridges. And I won't try to fly under that. Gladsville Bridge. I'm not sure this is Gladsville because the little icon over there is. Let's go over and see if we see Gladsville Bridge. 2 miles away. And we'll take a look around a little bit, and we'll come back up to Sydney Harbor. So the handcrafting, no hand involved. It's a computerized affair. That they take pictures. We've all been taking. They've got trillions of pictures that they use to upgrade some of the landmarks, like bridges and so forth. People take lots of pictures of those. The houses are different. The computer gets close to what the house looks like, but not as precise as what they do with bridges and towers and soccer stadiums. They might even get down to where they're laser scanning. So we'll go right around the bridge here. So the first of these upgraded simulators, when you got to a bridge, they would all look like a causeway, sitting flat on the water. They had no relief involved. So it takes some pictures and some computer work to make it look realistic. And we'll fly on out the harbor here. And I'll show you what this little guy can do, which is probably the fun part. So you see our airspeed over in the lower left corner is coming down, and over in the right hand corner, the altitude is coming down. We'll get down to, it will stay in the green. We can bring in a notch of flap, So the flap is the white arc on the left here. The white arc goes down just below 40. That's the stall. When it ends, that's where it stalls. So the green, we probably won't even get that. We'll get down to 50. And we'll look around a little bit while we're coming down. You can see that it's not. It's a real gentle glide angle. And I click this button on the right shaft. Another thing that's a little tricky with water landings, if there isn't a ripple on the water, you can hit the water before you know it. And that's where some of the crashes, I think. They had a baseball player in Florida, I think over near Sarasota, Halliday, and possibly he was flying low to the water. See, we're down almost to stall speed here. There you go. And then we give it full power. We didn't use full flap. And we put the flap up. And we'll just go along here, go at the buildings for a minute. Go around the island this way. We'll look over to the right. And then we'll come back to the left. Go past the bridge. We won't go under the bridge this time. I think that icon on the left, you know, I think it says, yeah, we saw the bridge. Luna Park. I don't know what Luna Park is, but we'll take a look at Luna Park. Oh, it's a amusement park. Huh. And we'll stay close to the water, and then we'll fly out through the mouth of the Sydney Harbor. There's some little islands here. And we'll fly. This one in the middle tells you what the name of this bay is. Maybe it's Sydney Bay. No, Port Jackson Bay. The next one out is Sydney Bay. And I think that's called something Head right over there. No, it wouldn't be Head, it would be an island. Clark Island. And then these little peninsulas here, they call them heads. Yeah, there we go. What do you say? Get it down here where it doesn't want to say what head it is. Anyway, we'll go out here to Shark Island, I believe. It's shaped like a shark. Shark Island. And then there's a little seaplane base right over here. Rose Bay Seaplane Base. Well, we're not going to go there. This does look like it's shaped like a shark. And Bottle and Glass Point. So you know what that means. That's where they used to have the dump. So the old glass, they look for old bottles and old glass in there. I don't know that that's true, but I know there's an area here on the Monterey Peninsula where you used to be able to dig. There's North Head, so they call it a point. They don't call it a point, call it a head. And this one tells you the name of the bay, which is going to say Sydney Bay. Sydney Harbor. And then there's this last island here. Then we'll work our way back downtown. Middlehead. that's not an island, it's attached to land. So that should be about enough, but let's go back and land at the Opera House. Go and listen to a little long hair music. So we had trouble bringing this one up for the name of this head right here. We got too close to it. Yeah. Bradley's head. Bradley's head. There it is. So I got it just a little over 100, and that's ripping in this little machine. So as far as it, I learned in the Piper J3. We used to say, well, it climbed at 60, it glided at 60, and it cruised at 60. Well, it cruised maybe close to 80. Had a 65 horsepower engine. That's what I learned to fly. And so then we'll try one more time to go under the bridge, and that'll be the end of the. No, I said I wanted to land here. So let's pull up. We got to lose some speed. I got to bring in the flap. And drop it down. And we got it pretty slow. See if we got bled off enough speed yet. Not enough yet. So we go out this way. We might have to add a little power to get it around and come back around to the Opera House. Yeah, just add a little power in this turn because we're getting down close to stall. We don't want to stall over the water. There we go. There we go. Power off. There we go. And then we can kick the rudder, and we can look back and look at all these things. Put the flaps up. There we go. And shut her down. That's your Sydney flight. Yeah, the satellite won't take a picture like that. And again, handcrafting is, the hand is quote unquote hand. It's a trick of the computer, and it's a wonderful trick to be up close and personal with the Sydney house. And then we'll look around this beautifully designed bridge. Forgot what the name of the bridge is. Anyway, I didn't forget the name of the aircraft because it's right there on the tail. Icon. I think they call it A5. Yeah, it's right on top of the wing. Icon A5. Yeah, I hope they survive. Great little machine. $400,000. Thanks for watching. Take care. Hi, guy. I just had somebody drop by to see what I'm doing.